Zeroing in on solutions for immigration reform as President Trump's administration calls for mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Tony Lopez.
And I'm Marley Ginter. We want to start tonight with the ongoing discussion about immigration reform. In tonight's Politics at Large, Steve is with us in studio with the longtime quest for compromise, right, Steve?
Yeah, Marley, Tony, as we've reported, California has more undocumented immigrants than any other state in the country, and there is plenty of work in California bringing them here, even if the law does not allow it. This is ground zero.
Es muy buena la tierra.
In a season of political change.
Have you worked here? Aquí? Sí.
71-year-old farm worker Gerardo Reyes showed me where tomato plants will soon be growing from this ground in Dixon.
Empezamos a la limpia de tomate.
With President Trump promising mass deportations, Reyes, who became a naturalized U.S. citizen through Ronald Reagan's amnesty, is worried for his fellow farm workers who are undocumented.
En este momento, ¿qué es el cambio?
The change is that he has already started to do what he predicted.
Of the 900,000 farm workers in California, half are undocumented.
So this open secret, half of California farm laborers don't have legal status. How does that happen?
Well, it's been happening for a very long time, and I think it takes an inertia on its own.
Antonio De Loera works for the United Farm Workers. He says undocumented farm workers are accepted for employment if they can present a social security number for IRS Form I-9s, used for employment eligibility verification. So how do they bypass this hiring process? Fake social security numbers can be bought on the black market.
I think this is just the situation where the economic reality is more powerful than whatever the law happens to be. That's another one of these open secrets where it's, your employer will generally ask you for a social security number, but there's no way of checking whether that social security number is real. Workers have...
Or they don't want to check.
Or they don't want to check.
Reyes says the counterfeit social security numbers sell for about $150 a piece.
For example, I know of a person who has contacts with those people who falsify documents, and through that connection, he communicates with them when he needs 2 or 3 social security numbers. The process is carried out immediately, and it's done easily.
So there's been forever been proposals for real ID checks.
University of California Davis professor Daniel Sumner is an expert on the economics of agricultural sustainability. The U.S. government has created a way to verify IDs called E-Verify. Only a few states require its use. California is not one of them.
Shouldn't E-Verify solve this problem?
In a sense, the problem with E-Verify is it solves one problem, but it doesn't solve any of the others. It doesn't help low-income people make a better living. It doesn't help farmers find more willing workers.
The solution is to make it clear to people that you don't violate our laws and expect that you're going to be able to benefit from it.
Ira Melman is a spokesperson for FAIR, the Federation for American Immigration Reform. The organization supports President Trump's deportation plan.
Let's just say it straight out, if I'm hearing you correctly. There are no concessions. There is no compromise. Every single person that's undocumented in this country, you think should not be here anymore.
Well, it doesn't mean we're going to deport everybody. There's no law made by man or God that has 100% compliance. I assure you this will not be the exception. But we don't have to capitulate to people coming into the United States illegally and saying, I'm here and you can't send me home.
In 2023, Congress killed an immigration reform bill that would have required E-Verify for businesses, allowed undocumented individuals to earn a path to legal status, expanded the H-2A worker visa program to year-round agricultural sectors, and funded more border security. In Dixon, Gerardo Reyes is preparing for this year's harvest with a sense of uncertainty and no immigration reform in sight.
Tienen miedo.
They are afraid to go to work, and for that reason, we want to encourage them.
In this fractured landscape, the search continues for common ground. So we mentioned it in that story, the federal program E-Verify. It can be voluntarily used in this state, but California actually passed a law 15 years ago that says government cannot force private businesses to use it. And the state legislature cited concerns over costs and accuracy when they passed it. It still stands right now.
Wow, really deep dive into that. Yeah. Very well done and answered a lot of questions, Steve. But what about the growers' concerns that they won't have enough workers for this year's harvest?
There's been a lot of talk about that. How will that impact grocery prices and whatnot? Well, the United Farm Workers spokesperson I talked to said that he actually believes that there will not be an impact to labor because these undocumented workers, they are here to work. They cannot afford not to show up for work. He believes that they will be showing up to work come harvest time.
And we know some sheriffs, like we saw with Esteban's story yesterday, going out and kind of calming the fears that the deportation will happen for criminal illegal immigrants as well.
The issue is, what else happens to the people around those targeted, whether or not there are other people that are wrapped up in that circle.
You're right.
And if you're legal, but you're tied to somebody who's here illegally.
Correct.
The net gets wide.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Steve, thank you.
Thanks, Steve.